Of course, our low hero was a self-velator by choice of need, so up he got, up whatever is meant by the Stourbridge clay kitchenette, and lit our golgel, new fowl house. For the sake of aches, the umple does not fall very far from the jumper tree, which the more melodious jig-smith, in defiance of the uncontrollable birth preservation game and poultry act, playing lally rook hooker nook by the dodginess of his lantern, brewed and copped and potched and athener, whites and yolks and yilks and whoats to the fruling fridonans of Mas Blancas Killa Blanca Hermana and Amarilla muy bien, with cinnamon and locusts and wild beeswax and licorice and carrageen moss and blaster of berries and Ashtra's mess and Hustra's mixture and yellow man's embrocation and Pinkington's patty and stardust and sinner's tears, accurate to Sheridan's art of panning, chanting for all regale to the like of the legs he left behind, with Letty fan leven, his cantraps of fermented words, abracadabra calubra calurum, his aufsala Madame Gabrielle de l'Église, his avigs à la Mistress Bébé de Meinfelder, his arzus quamalda à la pomme de ciel, his uvos, oves and uves à la sulfate de soude, his oturi sotwe so mené à la Monseigneur, his sufflosion of eggs with some keat on toast à la Merte Boudard, his pajadovis à la Fenella, his freed eggs à la Ticarem, and what was meant for a closet, aho, if only he'd listened better to the four masters that infanted him, Father Matthew and Le Père Nobel and Pastor Lucas and Padre Aguila, not forgetting lay teacher Baudouin, aho, his cost of Satan's antimonian manganese, limolitminous nature never needed such an alcove. So, when Robber and Mumsel, the public dictators, on the nudgment of their legal advisers, Messrs. Codex and Podex, and under his own benefaction of their pastor, Father Flaminius Falconer, boycotted him of all the mutton suet candles and Rome rule stationery for any purpose, he winged away on a wild group's chase across the Cataric Ocean and made synthetic ink and sensitive paper for his own end, out of his wits' waste. You ask in Sam Hill, how? Ye let manner and matter of this, for these are sporting times, be cloaked up in the language of blushed porphyrates, that an Anglican ordinal not reading his own rude Dunsky tongue may ever behold the brand of scarlet on the brow of her Babylon, and feel not the pink one in his own damn cheek. Primum opifex altus prosater a terram viviparum et conci sine ulo pudra nequenia, suspecto pluviale atque distinctis persio matis natibus nudus uti nati fuissent, sese ad pinquans, splendid gemens, in manuam swam evacuavit, highly prosy crap in his hand, sorry. Poste animale negro exoneratus classicum pulsam stercus proprium quod appellavet diectiones suas in vasolum honorabile tristia posuit eodum sub invocatione fratorum geminorum medade godadi lete et melliflue minxit samum qui incipit lingua mea calamus scribae velociter scribentis manu voces cantitans didipis says he was dejected, asked to be exonerated, demum extercore tropicum divi orionis e condidate misto cocto frigorique exposito en caustum sibi fecit indelible, facto rhymes the indelible ink.
James Joyce had 5 letters in both his front name and his hind name, so he was worth looking into. I wonder how he emphasized that. One of them coincidences, or one of them coincidences. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, said Hagbard. Death itself is an illusion.
These people are talking like some of the Zen students and acid mystics George had known. If I could feel that way, he thought, I wouldn't be such a goddamn coward. Howard and Hagbard must be enlightened. I've got to become enlightened. I can't stand living this way anymore. Whatever it took, acid alone wasn't the answer. George had tried acid already, and he knew that while the experience might be wholly remarkable, for him, it left little residue in terms of changed attitudes or behaviour. He was back in real time again, but the word had quotes round it in his mind now, and it always would. Wow! Consciousness is present in the living body, even in one that is apparently unconscious. Unconsciousness is not the absence of consciousness, but its temporary mobility.
small craft in the vicinity, they've got the Svak herself.
What do you think the piss police are all about?